Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these newborn baby booties, which are part of this newborn baby set for a baby girl. In the information box below, I will leave the links to all of these tutorials, so be sure to check them out. Okay, so I hope you like them, and without further ado, let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3mm crochet hook, and I'm using this light number 3 baby yarn. Okay, to begin, I have 10 chains here. To these 10 chains, I'm going to add 3. Okay, so in total, I have 13 chains. Now, on the 4th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. And I'm inserting my hook through one of the loops. So 1 double crochet. Into the next chain, same thing, 1 double crochet. This is all we're going to do until we come to the last chain. So 1 double crochet on each chain, and you want to make sure that you go through this loop, the top loop of your chain, okay, on all of these chains. So I will meet you here at the end, right here on this last chain, to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. In total, I have 10 double crochets, including the 3 chains that we have at the beginning. Okay, that counts as 1 double crochet. So now here, into this last chain, right here, I'm going to make 7 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and now I'm going to go into this side, and we're going to work double crochets on this side of the chain. That's why we were only going through one of the loops. So beginning here, I'm going to make 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch, and so on. You're just going to continue making 1 double crochet for each stitch that we have here. I will meet you here at the end. This is the last stitch right here, to show you what we need to do next. On this side, you should have 9 double crochets. So I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here on this other side. I have a total of 9 double crochets. Right after we did these 7, I did 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now here we have these 3 chains. So into this chain that's right here next to this 9th stitch that we just did here, right there, this is one of the chains. In there, I'm going to work 6 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets, and now here I'm going to join here to the top of this stitch here. See, these are the 2 chains, and then here we have the double crochet, and we have these 2 bars right there. I'm going to join there with a slip stitch. Okay, and this is how we finish the first row. Now we have a total of, let's see, 9 double crochets here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 double crochets on this other side. You can see them there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then we have the 7 double crochets here on this side. And then we have the 6 double crochets that we did plus the 3 chains that we did at the beginnings. Okay, so now what we're going to do for the second row is I'm going to chain 3, and into this same space where I just did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. Now on top of the next double crochet, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. On top of the next, 1 double crochet, and I'm going to continue like this until I come to the first out of the 7 double crochets that we have here. Okay, so we're going to work these 9 double crochets, so 1 double crochet on top of each one until we come here. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. We did the 2nd double crochet into the same space, so we have the 3 chains plus 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 double crochets. Okay, and now here we're going to do the following for these 7 double crochets that are inside this 1 stitch here. See, these are 7 double crochets, 2 4 6 7. So on top of each one of these, we're going to make 2 double crochets beginning here. 1 2. On top of the next one, 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 1 2. And on top of this next one, 1 and 2. Okay, so I should have 14 here around these 7. Okay, so let's count them. So we have 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 double crochets. And now I'm going to work these 9 double crochets. 2 4 6 7 8 9. And on top of each one of them, beginning here, 1 double crochet. Okay, so continue like this. I will meet you after we finish these 9 double crochets to show you once again how we're going to work this side here. Okay, finished making my 9 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And now we have these 6 double crochets plus these 2 chains here that we had to make up 7. Okay, so now here what we're going to do is the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to work 2 double crochets on each double crochet beginning into this next one. So 1 2 1 2 into the next 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 and 2. Up to here I should have 12 double crochets, so let's count them. Let's see, there's 2 4 6 8 10 12. Okay, so into this next stitch that's right here, that's next to the 3 chains, I'm going to make my 2 double crochets so that in total I have 14 double crochets. 1 and 2. And to finish, I'm just going to join to the top of the first double crochet right here with this slip stitch. But before I do that, let me count to make sure how many stitches we have. Okay, so we have the 3 chains, then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 and 46 double crochets. And this is not including these 3 chains we have here at the beginning. So we're going to join to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch, and this part here is done. Now I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm just going to pass this through and pull and then hide my ends. Okay, and here's this part done, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so I will come back and show you what we need to do next. Okay, now to continue with the next row, what I did here is I divided these in half like this, and I put a stitch marker right in the very center. So as I told you on the previous row, we have 46 double crochets. So not including the 3 chains, remember that. Okay, right here. So now here we have 23 double crochets on this side and 23 double crochets on this side. So beginning here, we're going to turn this over, and into this first double crochet right here, I'm going to bring this loop through the front right here, and now I can just remove this stitch marker. Okay, and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. One thing here, these 3 chains do not count as a stitch. Okay, into the same place where I have the 3 chains, I'm going to make a double crochet. I'm going to do this so that when we come to the end and join, we're going to join to the top of the double crochet, so that way there's no gap here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do into the next double crochet is the same thing. I'm just going to make 1 double crochet for each double crochet of the previous row, just like this all around. Okay, this is all you're going to do, so continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. In this row, which is our 3rd row, you should have a total of 46 double crochets, not including the 3 chains. So I'll meet you back here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did 46 double crochets all around. Remember, the 3 chains do not count as 1 double crochet. And one more thing, right here, this is where we finished the 2nd row. Right here, this is where we did the slip stitch. So don't do a double crochet here where we have these 3 chains. Okay, just do it on top of the double crochet. I happened to add 1 there, so I had 47 double crochets. So I was trying to figure out why, and that is the reason. I had done a double crochet here on top of the 3 chains, so make sure you don't do the same mistake. So to finish here, after we have the 46 double crochets, we're going to join to the top of the first double crochet, not the 3 chains, but the first double crochet, and we're going to join with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish this 3rd row. Now for the 4th row, we're going to do the same. So chain 3, and into this same stitch where I just did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. So here's the first double crochet for this row, and into the next, same thing, 1 double crochet. We're going to do the same thing all around, just 1 double crochet for each double crochet. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 4th row. In total, I have 46 double crochets. So to finish this row, we're going to join to the top of the first double crochet, not the chains, but the first double crochet with a slip stitch. And here's our 4th row. Okay, so now what I did here is I have put 2 stitch markers. This is going to mark the front of our baby shoe. So from here to here, I have 15 double crochets. Okay, from here to the next stitch marker, there's 16 double crochets, and from here to this end, or to the end here, there's 15 double crochets. So 15 plus 15 plus 16 is 46 double crochets. I recommend that you put stitch markers just like I did. Okay, so now for the 5th row, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the same stitch where I just did the slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. Now here's the first double crochet for this row, and I'm just going to continue making double crochets until I have a total of 15 double crochets, not including the 3 chains. So I have 3 and I'm going to continue until I make 15. So I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making my 15 double crochets on this side, not including the 3 chains. So now I'm just going to remove the stitch marker, and into these next 2 double crochets I'm going to make a stitch reduction. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first double crochet, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet. I have 4 loops, take 2 loops off. I have 3 loops, take 3 off. Okay, and here's our first stitch reduction. Now into the next 2, the same thing, but before I do that, I'm going to put my stitch marker back on here because I want to mark again my 15 double crochets. Okay, and then now here, insert your hook, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, close. Again into the next 2, same thing. We're going to do this until we come to the next stitch marker. Okay, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 stitch reductions. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. So here I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and into this next double crochet I'm going to make 1 double crochet. I'm going to put my stitch marker back on here, and from here on I'm just going to finish with these 15 double crochets. So I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 5th row. To finish, I'm just going to join to the top of the first double crochet, not the chains, and this is how we finish the 5th row. Now for the 6th row, we're going to chain 3, and into the same space I did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. So here's my first double crochet of this 6th row, then into the next double crochet, 1 double crochet, and I'm going to continue like this until I come to the stitch marker, which completes 15 double crochets. So I will meet you here once I have my 15 double crochets to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making my 15 double crochets on this side, so here I'm going to remove this stitch marker. So into these next 2, I'm going to do the same thing. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. Okay, and now I'm going to put back my stitch marker. And now I'm going to continue until I come to the next stitch marker. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now I'm going to remove my stitch marker so that into this next double crochet I make 1 double crochet. I'm going to put my stitch marker on, back on here, and I'm going to continue and finish these last 15 double crochets for this side. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 6th row. To finish, I'm going to go to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish the 6th row. Now for row 7, we're going to chain 3, and into the same stitch I did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet. A double crochet into the next. For this 7th row, we're going to make 13 double crochets instead of the 15 that we did on the previous row. So I will meet you here once we do these 13 double crochets to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making my 13 double crochets, not including the 3 chains. So now into these next 2, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the first double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on my hook, close. And now into these next 4 stitches, we're going to make 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now into these next 2, we're going to make a stitch reduction. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on my hook, close. And now here we're going to just finish with these last 13 double crochets that we have around this side. So continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 7th row. To finish, I'm going to go to the top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish the 7th row. Now for the 8th row, we're going to chain 3, make a double crochet inside the same stitch we did our slip stitch, and then a double crochet into the next until we have a total of 11 double crochets. So I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these 11 double crochets, not including the 3 chains. So now here I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and into these next 2 double crochets I'm going to work a reduction. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, close. Now here we're going to make 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so beginning here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets, and into these next 2 a stitch reduction. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. Now I'm going to remove this stitch marker, and I'm just going to finish now making these 11 double crochets. So continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 8th row. To finish, I'm going to go to the top of the first double crochet and make a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this 8th row. Now for the 9th row, we're going to chain 1, and this first double crochet that we have here, we're going to make a front post half double crochet. Into the next, a back post half double crochet. Into the next, a front post half double crochet. Next one, a back post half double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this 9th row, so continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I'm going to join to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish this 2nd row. Now this part here, we did it so that this part here is a bit more closed. It's not as open, so this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so now we're going to make 2 rows of double crochets. So to do this, I'm going to chain 3, and into the same stitch I did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet, then a double crochet on top of the next half double crochet on top of the next, and so on all around. We're going to do this for 2 rows, so when you finish this first row, you're going to join to the top of the first double crochet and make a slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 3, and into the same stitch you did your slip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet, just like we did here in this first row. So continue like this. I will meet you at the end of the 2nd row of double crochets to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 2nd row of double crochets. To finish, I'm just going to join to the top of the first double crochet with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish this row. Now for the next row, we're going to chain 1, and into the same stitch I did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a single crochet, then a single crochet into the next, and a single crochet into each one of these double crochets all around. just like this. So continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end to finish. I've already cut my yarn, so I'm just going to join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch and then pass this yarn through the last loop here. And then we're just going to hide this. And here is our baby booty. We need to do a couple more things before it's done. So here what we're going to do is do one more row in this color red so that it looks like this, like we did around the baby pants, like this, and around the baby sweater. So here what I'm going to do is to do this row, we're going to work it from the inside out. So I'm going to go in like this through one of the single crochets and pull this loop through the front like this, and chain one. Okay, chain one, and now into the next single crochet, insert your hook, pull up a loop and make a slip stitch, chain one, insert your hook again, pull up a loop, make a slip stitch, chain one, insert your hook, pull up a loop, slip stitch, chain one. This is all we're going to do all around, so continue like this. I will meet you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished here. I just joined here to the beginning with a slip stitch and then passed my yarn through that last loop on my hook, and that's this part here is done. So now what you need to do is just fold it like this. Okay, and here's our baby booty. That's what it looks like. So now what we're going to do is, and this is optional, we're going to make this little bow, and we're going to either put it here in the front so that it looks like this, or you can also put it on the side so that it looks like that. Okay, that would be up to you. Another thing is, if you don't want to make the bow and you want to put a ribbon, you can do it here. Make sure that it's folded. So I like to put my ribbon on the side, so that way you make a nice bow and it shows on the side. But you can also do it in the front. It would be up to you. So once it's folded, what you need to do is weave this ribbon through like this, in and out this row of double crochet. See, it's only one row, and that's what it looks like from the back. And then you just go all around weaving in this ribbon, and then when you're done you can just pull it, and that's what it looks like. See how pretty that is? So you're going to do this all around. When you come here to this side, this is where you're going to do that little bow right there, and just put it on the side, or do it on the side here, and that's what it would look like. See how pretty that is? Okay, but I don't think I'm going to put a ribbon. We'll see what it looks like after it's done, but I will show you how to do this little bow, which is very easy to make next. Okay, to make the bow, we're going to use the same yarn, this light number 3 baby yarn with this 3mm crochet hook, and we're going to leave a tail of about 12-15 inches first, so make sure you do that, and then we're going to make a loop. So now here we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to join to the first chain here like this with a slip stitch. Now you can use a magic loop here. I'm just going to do this because it's easier. So now once we're joined in the circle, we're going to chain 3. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. Now into this ring we're going to make 6 double crochets. So go in and make a double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there it is. We're going to pull this through the back. Okay, so we have 6 double crochets plus the 3 chains we did here at the beginning. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now on top of each one of these double crochets we're going to make a single crochet beginning here into this first one. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go into this chain. Make sure you grab both loops if you can and make a single crochet. Okay, now we're going to cut our yarn because each side is worked separately. So cut your yarn and pass this through that last loop like that. Then we're just going to weave this through the back and you won't be able to see it. So here's this part done. Okay, and now to make the other side, we're going to insert our hook through the ring again and then pull this loop and chain 3. One, 2, 3. And now inside again into this ring we're going to make 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 double crochets plus these 3 chains here at the beginning. And now same thing we did here. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and into this first double crochet make a single crochet and 1 single crochet on top of each one of these double crochets. Okay, and then when you come here to the end where we have the chain, make sure you go through 2 loops here and make your last single crochet. And here's our little bow, almost done. Now we're going to cut our yarn and pass this through this last loop like this and pull, and then we're going to just hide this through the back. And now here's the thing. What we're going to do is to close this little hole that we have here, we're going to put this yarn here through the side, and this yarn that we left, we're going to do this through the top. Don't pull too hard on it. It's make sure that it's just to bring these 2 sides like this and there's no gap in between, and you don't have to wrap the whole yarn. And that's what it looks like. That's our little bow right there. And then to finish this off, what you're going to do is and then here what I did was I inserted my hook through here and pull this loop through, but grabbed it here and then made a knot. So left the loop here on this end so that we can tie a knot. Like this. See? And there's a knot. And that's what our little bow looks like. See how cute that is. Okay, so now to do the red around, we're going to do the same thing we did here around the shoe. So just pick a spot. So I'm going to go in through this. Make a loop. Now this is optional. I'm doing this so that it matches my my set, so just bring this loop through the front like this and chain 1. Now insert your hook into the next single crochet and make a slip stitch, chain 1, 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 slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to go down this way. So insert your hook into this stitch. This is going to be a bit tricky. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just find a hole or a spot where you can insert your hook here at the very end. There's a loop here at the end that I'm going to do this. Yep, right there. And do the same thing. Slip stitch, chain 1, and then go down the side right here. Slip stitch, chain 1, and since this is a double crochet here at the end, just make a slip stitch, chain 1, and then into the same space again, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, so just work this part here so that it looks pretty. There's no right or wrong. And then the way I did mine here was I went through the hole. If you pull this to the side a little, you can see the little hole there, and insert your hook there, pull up a loop and make a slip stitch, and then jump to the other side. So jump this part here and jump to the next side here, and the same thing, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then make a slip stitch, chain 1, and then work your way around just like I did here. Okay, and that's all I did. So I will meet you back once we're done this side here and on this side, and then down here, and then over on this other side to show you what it looks like. Okay, I finished my bow. I just finished here on this other end with a slip stitch, and then hid all my ends, and that's what it looks like from the back. Now here, I think I'm going to attach it here to the side instead of the front. That would be up to you if you want to do it in the front. So these two ends here that I had, I'm just going to pass them through here on this other side and then tie them together like this. And then I'm just going to hide my ends. And here's our baby booty, and that's what it looks like with the little bow on the side. Okay, I think it turned out very cute with this little bow on, and it was very easy to make, and there it is. Okay, so I hope you liked this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the rest of the set that goes with these baby booties, like the little pants, the little sweater, and the baby hat. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time.